Group, it's March 27th, and I'm bouncing back in a nice way. Boom! Nice day today. I needed it. I got my ass kicked yesterday. If you guys saw my video yesterday, you know that I got beat up. I was in SPY put options yesterday. I got beat up. And we came into the day today with the gap down. My timing on that trade was a little bit off. The market's held up still pretty well today, but I just feel really nice that I'm able to. I didn't make everything back, but that wasn't my goal today. But I made a good chunk of it back in a solid short on cruise liners. I shorted Royal Caribbean today in the morning. There was a very specific bearish setup on the daily chart. That was a candlestick pattern, actually, and volume that made me believe that the cruise ships were going to pull in today. There's also a little bit of a fundamental factor of this trade. Cruise liners were not really part of the $2 trillion stimulus package. So, I thought that was going to add to some further weakness today. We saw some of that weakness come in yesterday when we started to kind of hear that the cruise lines were going to be held out of it. Okay. And then I thought that today we were going to get further downside as the stimulus bill gets passed, which it passed a little while ago. Since when I make this video, it passed a little while ago. But this setup on the daily chart really said to me that these stocks have more room to the downside. And if there's any companies or any stocks that are going to struggle recovering from this economic slowdown and the coronavirus, it will be the cruise liners, because the cruise liners and the airliners are way different. People need to fly. Nobody needs to take a cruise. Okay, you take a cruise for leisurely vacation. People fly for very important reasons, business. Like, people are going to be more likely to fly than they are to take a cruise, especially the way these cruise ships have just been, you know, infested with this virus, and how it's just been a cesspool for it to spread. But um, I think that the cruise liners will be kind of the last ones to recover, and they rallied big over the last couple of days with the overall market, in lieu of the stimulus program. But they're not really big benefactors or big beneficiaries of this bill. So you saw some pullback in that, and I'm going to get to that trade with you guys today. Just quick touching upon yesterday. Yesterday, if you guys missed my video, go back, check it out, because I talk about some mental lessons with yesterday, how I got beat up. And I said today, this morning, I came into the day with a fresh, clean slate, new mindset. Every day is a new day. Every trade is a new trade, new day, new opportunities. You can't bring a losing trade or a losing day into the next day with you. And all I wanted to do today was be green. That's it. I just wanted to be green. I wasn't trying to make back everything that I lost, not in one trade, not even in one day. And I didn't make back everything that I lost, but I made a good chunk of it back. And it feels really damn good to go into the weekend with a solid day and a solid P&L. So let's get to the daily chart and I'll walk you guys through this trade. Okay, as we get up here to the daily chart, what I want you guys to recognize is here's that big push, right? Here's the bounce back after. Man, these stocks have gotten decimated. Look at that. They've just gotten so crushed. I can't believe Royal Caribbean was a $130 stock before all this, and this thing went down to $20 last week. But anyway, as we look at this, I want you guys to notice this little type of a shooting star candle. Okay, so you have that real big shooting top, and then how the stock closed all the way down near the low of the day. That's a bearish signal. There's a lot of different names for it. I call it a shooting star top, but some people call it something else. But that candle, coupled with this volume, the volume yesterday was the heaviest volume that this stock has traded. Okay, heaviest volume that this stock has traded. Look at this. Okay, heaviest volume that this stock has traded during this entire sell-off and during the entire bounce. So that's the two things that you want to see when you're looking for a change in direction. A shooting star candle is a change in direction. It usually occurs at the top of an up move. Okay, when that shooting star top occurs at the top of an up move, coupled with real heavy volume, that's a good indicator that that's a temporary top. And that's why I was looking for a continuation move lower today. down into a key area of support. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and I'll draw out my level of support. This double bottom was the area that I was looking for as my area of support. You guys see this double bottom support on the 24th, which was what, Tuesday. Okay, so that was my target. So here we gapped down today, and I said if we can't get back above yesterday's lows, I'm going to get short Royal Caribbean and ride it down right to this support level. And that's exactly what we did today, guys. This was picture perfect. Um, really good execution. It really felt great after getting beat up yesterday. Let's zoom in and let's go over the trade setup. So here's the gap down, right? Here's the gap down. We extend off the bell. There's our first bounce attempt. I take my little fib levels, draw my fib levels out, and I see here we are, 23.6 Fibonacci level and VWAP acting as an area of resistance. I went ahead right there and I got short Royal Caribbean in front of 23.6 fib level and VWAP. And here's your trade line, the 9 EMA, this yellow line. Here it is coming down into play. And I'm saying, guys, I'm looking for a trade line VWAP cross to the downside to break us through 35. 35 was the key to this trade. We had to get below 35. I liked the way that the stock had a very difficult time bouncing off of 35. See how the stock was just sitting on 35? See how lazy the stock was? That's a sign that of weak support. Okay? That's a sign of a support level holding because of passive selling rather than aggressive buying. Okay? That's two different ways a support level can hold. So here's your support level, and a stock comes down to it and does this. Okay? That's a support level holding because there's aggressive buying stepping in front of it. That's why the price is pushing back higher because there's a lot of buying in front of that level. When a stock comes down to a support level and it just goes like this, that's a support level holding because selling pressure has slowed, but there's no buying coming in to push the price higher. So that's what I saw on at this $35 level. Let's draw a line across 35. Let me show you why 35 is key. Let's zoom out. Look what we have here. Let's go to a 15-minute chart so it's easier for you to see. Let me delete the fib level to clean the chart up a little bit. There is your previous support from the other day, and it's also the closing price from the 24th. So the 24th, okay, it was our closing price. It was just below 35. We gapped up the following day. We pulled right down into it, and we held support right at the prior day's close, and then we had this bounce move. So the $35 level is where we needed to trigger to break below in order for us to get down to our next support level that sat around $32 to $33. Okay. That's why I said I think if we can break below 35, I think we're golden. So when we came down here and we had a weak bounce attempt off of this level, I got short with the trade line, the 23.6 Fibonacci level, and VWAP sitting here as my resistance level. I'll take you guys to my trade announcements on the day. Here you can see I'm short RCL from 36.09. Okay, 36.09. And at 10:01, so that's about 20 minutes or so after my initial entry, I'm taking a piece of profit off the table right in front of 35, just in case 35 doesn't break. I took 25% of my position off the table just to play it safe in case 35 didn't break. Then here comes the trade line. Look at how beautiful this trade line resistance is. Resistance. We then cross underneath VWAP. Look at that resistance. Look at this resistance. Guys, actually, let me draw it. Let me use arrows instead. Look at this, guys. Such clean, resistance. Look at this. Okay. Such clean resistance. Look at this. This thing was beautiful. This is how you trade off of the trade line. Okay. That broke us down below that $35 area. And at 10:30, I covered the bulk of my position at 34.69. Okay, let's pan this over. There is the bulk of my position at 34.69. And then my last final take profit right when we get down to that $32 to $33 area, right in front of 33 was my final take profit, right there. Okay. And look at this trade line resistance, guys. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful trade on this trade line. And I bounced back today because of a beautiful trade line view up crossover to the downside. When you get a trade line view up crossover, you then would like to see the trade line act as resistance when it crosses below VWAP, support when it crosses above VWAP. It's important for you guys to also know that this will usually hold true for the first cross. The more times that you get the cross, the less actually effective that it is. This is specifically a morning. This is usually a morning type setup or um, the first cross setup. Okay, so when you have the gap down, the trade line will start above VWAP. When you have a gap up, the trade line will start beneath VWAP. And when you get the first crossover to the upside or the first crossover to the downside, that could be a trigger for a follow through extension move in the direction of the gap. And then you can look for that trade line to be support on the way up, resistance on the way down. For me today, resistance on the way down. Got a nice position, guys. Had a few thousand shares, rode this thing down, and was able to make back a decent chunk of what I lost yesterday. Okay, so mission accomplished here today thanks to the trade line view up crossover. This is an excellent example of how to use the trade line to stay in winning trades longer. And then once that trade line gets violated, you can see the down move was kind of finished. And see the stock just kind of traded sideways. But the easy move was off of that trade line. You see how easy this price action was? And then all of a sudden you see sideways choppiness where that price action becomes a little bit more difficult to get a handle on. You want to play the momentum move when the stock is moving in a clear, definitive direction, and that's when that trade line really comes into play. This is a pattern and a setup, guys, that you will learn in the advanced courses that are available on the website. Do not forget that I've been running a TTG stimulus package for the coronavirus situation where we're doing a 30% discount on a 1 year all inclusive membership for the month of March. So you have a couple days left to get 30% off the 1 year all inclusive membership that includes for free all of the trading courses that are available on the website, as well as all future courses. I'm going to be um, I'm going to be putting out an advanced options strategy course pretty soon. There's a swing trading course coming out soon. There's a lot of new content that's going to be coming out for members on the website. You automatically get access to it. There's no upsell, so it's all the courses are included for free, both current courses and future courses with your membership. If you guys want that 30% off, use coupon code TTGBM 2020. Just go in the description below. You can click on the link. The details will be there for you where you can get 30% off that 1 year all inclusive membership. This is one of the patterns and trades that you will learn in depth in the advanced course section on the website. Okay. So great stuff today, guys. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I'm stoked to finish the week on a high note after getting my ass kicked yesterday. Required some mental discipline and patience. And when you come back with a clear mindset, every day is different. Every trade is different. You come right back. And I get myself right back on track with a nice big short on RCL. Hope you guys all have a safe and enjoyable weekend. I'll see you guys all on Monday. Take care.